Don't share don't share with other people. Oh, remember, okay. Okay, so slowly decompress, settle down. We will start on part 2. Okay? Okay, everyone here today? Who's not here today? Everyone is here. Is everyone here? And I haven't greet you all yet. Morning class. Morning class. Okay, sit down. Okay. Okay, so the last time around we talked about modulus. Okay, we talked about modulus as an absolute function, meaning it's the distance between the variable and the origin. Okay, so we always think positive. Now, so now we go to modulus equation. The idea is that if I have a modulus of okay, basically, this is a result. I want to copy this first. I'm on page 5. Okay, I will copy this down first before I write down the answer. Okay, and I'm on page 5. Would you mind helping me to copy this for a while? Sorry, 1 second. So, if modulus A equals to mod B, first of all, you must know that the idea of a modulus function, right, is that it can be either itself or the modulus of itself. Okay, so please put away your iPads. You don't need your iPad for the lesson. Okay, can I? Or you want to join the Zoom, is it? You want to join the Zoom? Yes. Huh? Again? This one what? Sushiro. Where? Oh, yeah. My son like to eat. My son like to eat. Yeah. Huh? I have one near my house at Tiong Bahru. I go there almost every week. Yeah, I chop the whole card, all the stickers. I got the soft toy. Don't know? Okay. Okay, never mind. Another time for another day. Okay. So modulus of fx is equals to either fx or negative fx. If that's okay. I just want to sell you this idea. When you solve this equation, modulus fx can either be itself. When is it equals to itself? When basically it is positive. Right? When basically it's positive. It's negative of fx when it is negative. Okay? And this is a long-term partnership. Senior high also you will use this. So let me give you an example. Let's say if I talk about the modulus of x minus 3. Okay. What could it be? It could either be x minus 3, provided if x is more than equals to 3. You all agree? Because if x is more than equals to 3, it will be positive. All right? Don't do your questions first. Hold on. Please wait for me. But it could be the negative of x minus 3 if x is less than 2. Is that okay? Is that okay for you? Because if this is negative, this will be so-called negative. So negative, negative, then it will give me a positive function. Okay, now with this idea, right, if I solve the equation, x equals to 5, then x equals to 5 and negative 5. That's the idea. That is either this itself 5 or the negative of the set will be negative 5. Okay, so now you look at question. Let me just solve the first one for you. If I look at look at the first one. Okay, slowly. Okay, now if I look at modulus of x minus 6 equals to 7, I show you all two types of question. What could it be? It could be that either x minus 6 equals to 7 or the negative of x minus 6 equals to 7. Is that okay with you? Yes. No, may have. I think have. Yeah, absolutely. It's not ABS. Okay. Now maybe you don't do your questions first. Maybe you'll just listen to me. Give me a while, so that I don't have to repeat the teaching. Okay, I will say a second time. Please try to hold on doing the examples first. Try to listen to me. Okay, so after that, what is x equals to? X equals to 13. Here, what is x minus 6 equals to? Negative 7. And x is equals to 1. Is that okay? But I want you to take the difference between this and the right hand. Sorry? Oh, sorry, negative 1. Okay. But I want you to listen to tell you all something. Now you take note. Here we have in 2.1a, we have a modulus of fx equals to a constant. Is equals to a constant. Okay, equals to a constant. In general, if you have modulus fx is equals to a, can anyone tell me what do you need a to be? Very good. Who said that? Well done. A needs to be non-negative. It can be 0. Needs to be more than equal 0. Okay. So why do I give you a heads up on this? Because I want to bring you forward to 2.1c. If you look at 2.1c, what do you need x to be? So there's a difference between positive and non-negative. Positive is positive means more than 0, but non-negative means more than equal 0. Okay, I call for your attention again. If I look at this 2.1c, what do I need 2x to be? More than non-negative, more than equal 0, right? Agree? Agree? You try agree? You understand why? Because it's equals to a modulus function. So especially for C, right, you will need x to be more than equal 0. So what happened? You get a negative x value. Okay, yeah. So I think have or not? Let me see. Oh, in this case, yeah. So you see, okay, guys, yeah, value. Do you accept? Don't accept. So far, is that okay? Maybe okay. Isabel, all good, huh? If all good, then you try 2.1. Question 2.1. I'll write down the answer in a while. Okay. Let's. Any issue? Any issue? B, no, B you don't need to reject because B there's no condition for rejection. But C you reject because this right is also the function. Then this x has to be more negative. It must be more than equal to. So what about D? Then even lucky worse. Look at D. What do you think, Junkai? One look, what's the answer? No solution because of modulus cannot be right. This one is a scam. D is a scam. Okay, D is a scam. Is there anyone who's already on 2.2 or something? 2.2. Where are you on? 2.1. 1. A, B, C, D. B. Okay, so I'll write the answer on the board. Sorry, I'm wearing shorts. I didn't have time to change. I ended late. My lesson was 9 to 10. Question 2.1. Question 2.1 B got no restriction. If I got C, they got restriction. Question 2.2. Who's on 2.2B? Who's at 2.2B? Use a shortcut. Don't do it from scratch. Okay? Use a shortcut. Use part A result. Take part A result. You replace x with x minus 5. Okay, so far? Yeah. Jimmy, you did it, is it? Very good. You use shortcut. Very good. Okay. So is that the winner?
Wait, why do you reject? Why do you reject files? What are you going to do?
Okay, question 2.5 today. Okay? Yeah, can I? Anyone need any help with any question? Yes. Question no negative. 2.2. Wow, you're very fast. Okay. Question 2.2. 2.2, which one? A. Why is there no negative? That's like it should be rejected.
Why? I can reject.
You have more question. So after you got this one. Inside the equation. Huh? Seven or negative 7 or negative 7. Yeah, long doesn't hold. Doesn't hold. 5. Yeah, doesn't hold. One way is to start back. Yeah. But I didn't do this. Because I show you how I do. Because I never work so hard. See, because I'm using this result. Now in general, mod x squared is the same as x squared. You agree? More positive. So if I see this, right, a lazy way is just to change this to mod x squared. So what I have is I have I sort of have an equation where mod x is the variable. Then I just solve it. But once you have mod x as a variable, one condition is mod x needs to be non-negative, right? So you see I solve. I let y equals to mod x. If I solve, I got mod 7 or negative 5. This one straight away I reject because no solution. Okay, then I got 7 or negative 7. So modulus equation, maybe my advice is, let's say you go down the rabbit hole, right? Start back your answer. Remember like last year, certs, you start back and check. Left hand side equal right hand side. Modulus, you do the same. Oh, yeah. Why do I reject the 5 or negative 5? Okay, in this case, right? Okay, let's say if you do the all way, right? Then you start back inside, you realize you cannot get the answer is not the same. Remember last time how we do certs? Remember how we do certs? Correct. Remember how we do certs? So let's say I got x equals to negative 5. I check my left hand side. My left hand side is actually equal to negative 5 square minus 2 of modulus negative 5 minus 25. Then what do I get? 25 minus n minus 25. My answer is negative 10. Hey, you know it? Not equal to right hand side. Is there any other way to reject? Yes, sub E. Okay, but that's because you do the all. You did all. Or what? You use the all method, right? So I'm assuming a lot of you use the all method. Okay. Is there another way? Yes, there's another way. The other way is, in fact, because if you see our bias, NJC math, no, we teach you something, and the next example, we give you a chance to use it. Right? So, given this result, what I'm going to do, I'll change square modulus square. This is an equation with the same variable. Now, same variable, then you can see if I just have one modulus x. Right? I basically because of modulus cannot be that. That's a faster way. Whether 2.3c. 2 points. Can I? Why? Okay.
Then can I make 2x minus 4?
2y. Okay? That works. That works. But just be careful after that, you need to sub back in. Okay, sub back in.
But I saw the value.
You sub them. No, you didn't use modulus. When you sub back in, you must sub in here. This is the parent equation. You understand? You must sub in here, not this one. You didn't use modulus.
I did something to this.
No, this is not modulus. You need to sub into modulus x.
So you mean
This is modulus. It's supposed to be 5, not negative 5. I'll show you again. 1 second. You see.
so everything inside must be positive.
This equation, 要用的是这个嘛。This is the one that you must fulfill. Okay? So when you want to use modulus, you use absolute sign. Okay, okay. For 2.2a, which one do I reject? I reject the negative. Okay, so how do you do? Do you do the OR? You did OR? Okay, so if you did OR, what you do is you sub back inside left-hand side. You sub back inside left-hand side. You realize that -5 and -7 will be rejected. Sub back inside. You know how we do such equation? So so you see -5, right? Sub into the left-hand side. You realize that -5 squared is 25. Modulus -5 is 10. 25, 25. That's the answer. Okay, so the answer will be rejected. 可以吗？可以哦。可以哦。Okay. 当然，包括校园。包括校园。不管对啊。
Only this part of answer.
How come only this part of the answer reject? Which one? C. So you find your answer, right?
-5. Maybe because of this one.
Wait, let me see. Yeah, both are accepted. Sorry. I miss out. Thank you. Love you. Close one. Why what's wrong? Is this yours? Who's this? Jukai. Water appear on? King Dynasty got one emperor called Kangxi. Do you know which emperor is like? Okay, so let me go to the first one. Question 2.1. Okay, so this lesson will be this. From now onwards, I'm going to record. So please write them down. Question 2.1. Modulus of x minus 6 equals to 7. Now, because we see that this is none other. Now, because this is basically modulus, it's a positive constant. So it doesn't really matter. We can let x to be 7 or -7. Okay, let me just go on. Where is it? Okay, here. Okay. Now let's go to I want to talk about C. Okay, so if I look at C, if I look at 2.1C, what x squared minus 3 equals to 2x, I'll have x squared minus 3 equals to 2x, or x squared minus 3 equals to -2x. Okay, so far, after which this is x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0, x equals to -1, or x equals to 3. Okay, the right hand side, I have x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. This gives me, if I factorize, sorry, you need to show the factorization. X plus 1, x plus 3 equals to 0. X equals to 1 or x equals to -3. Okay? So these two I have to reject because if you see this, you need x to be negative. You reject because x to be more than or equal to 0. I reject x to be more than or equal to 0. Okay, so these two are the answer for 2.1c. Okay? I will appreciate if you quiet down and stop talking. Okay, so x equals to 3 or 1. Now I want to say when you have two answers, okay, do not put comma, put or. Because comma means and. Clear so far? When you have two answers, do not put or. Do not put and. Do not put comma. It's an or. Clear so far? Okay, then 2.1b has any answers? 2.1b basically has no solution. Okay, so I go on 2.2. Now 2.2, if you take a look, right, you just need to solve it as per usual. Right, so you solve it. Now if you look at 2.2 result, they are telling you that mod x squared is the same as x squared, which makes sense because they are both positive. Now if I let, so all I need to do is sub my x squared as a mod x squared. And you can see that straight away I get a very nice equation where I mod x as the same variable. Okay, once they are same variable, x power 2 is like quadratic equation. I let y be modulus x. So this is like y squared minus 2y minus 25. Y is 7, y is minus 5. So if y is minus 5, x is also equal to -5. Okay, it gives you x7, x7. Okay, that's so fast. Can now b, I cross multiply. Okay, notice I cross multiply. This is 2.2b, I cross multiply. Just like solving a normal linear equation, make x more as the subject, x can be 7 or -7. Okay, can now for the next one, if you are solving, you realize I replace mod x with mod x minus 5. So instead of x equals to 7, I have x minus 5 equals 7. This becomes x minus 5. So notice how I substitute the x with x minus 5. Fast and easy way to solve 2.2. Okay? So now I go to 2.3. 2.3, before this, the idea is about equality result. Now, if mod x equals to mod y, then x is equals to y, or x is equals to -y. Basically, every modulus function is either equals to itself or the negative itself. Okay, so I think of the modulus like a protector, like your parents like that. When I'm inside the house, I can be anything I want. I can be positive, I can be positive, I have negative. But if I'm outside the house, let's say if mod fx equals to a, then a has to be positive. Okay, mod equals 0. Okay, so far. Okay, so now I talk about 2.3. Can I have your attention? Can I have your attention? Okay. Yes. No, there are more. Let me get to that. Yeah, there are more. Yeah. Okay, so 2.3. Listen, listen carefully. Okay, you break into cases. There are times where you break into cases. There are times where you square both sides. Okay, are you listening? Are you with me? With me, and I need you paying attention. Okay. Now, generally, when you square, you must take note that it's a very drastic operation. Sometimes after you square already, the workings become very complicated. So generally, I try to avoid this unless I really got no choice. Okay, does this work for 100% of the equation? No. If you look at 2.3c, okay, you will see that you don't have to do this all the time. Okay, you don't have to do this all the time. So I think 2.3a, most of you do, no issue. You break into two situations, you got two answers. Right? You break into two cases. If you were to square both sides, that is okay as well. But you can see it's more disgusting. Right? Okay. You can answer as well. Solve a quadratic equation. But generally, if I can, don't do that, because quadratic equation starts will get mistake. My suggestion is to use your higher brain power and break the modulus into two scenarios. Yeah, C copy. Okay, now B. So if I look at B, okay, if it's modulus, modulus is like a protector. If I'm inside the modulus, I can be anybody I want. Okay, I can be anybody. I can be X, I can be negative X. But if outside the modulus, then I need to be positive. Okay, so you notice I got 4 answers. Okay, now most of you asked about C. And a lot of you did it this way. You all put 5x minus 2 equals to 6 plus 2 bracket 2x minus 4. Then you all wrote 5x minus 2 equals to 6 minus 2 bracket 2x minus 4. Now this is not possible because they are the same, they are basically the same function. They are the same multiple. You cannot have one to be positive and one to be negative at the same time. They are the same multiple. Right? I give you a something similar. If I solve something like this, can I go and solve this? Plus 5 equals to 2 mod x. And then I say that x here is positive, but x here can be positive or x can be negative. Can these two happen at the same time? Cannot. You understand? So, okay, when doing mathematics, one thing you cannot forget is you cannot forget common sense. You cannot forget that every question summons your GH1, GH2, PSLE knowledge. Every question requires your everything. Okay, so it's not just a, so you see this is just factorization. I realized that, hey, you know what? They're the same. What for us into case? Just make modulus the subject. Right? This is like 5q plus 4q. Yes. This is like q equals to 6. It's so simple, right? You can use a very elegant method to get the answer. Turn Javier. Okay, ma? So as you are doing, let me go on. So what are the pros and cons of solving modulus equation in fx equals to 3x? When you break to cases, you require more steps. Okay, but you need to tackle. But however, within each case, the working is straightforward. Make sense? When I break into cases, yes, I need to consider of scenarios. But each scenario has a very simple solution. However, if I want to square both sides, yes, it will kill off all possibilities. Okay? Can I? If I want to square both sides, it will kill off all possibilities. However, after you square already, the equation can be quantic. It can be a power 4, power 5, which is not so nice. Okay? Can I? Some steps are so-called easy decision, hard life, hard decision, easy life. Okay, so if you look at this, if I square, 10 is 10. That's that is challenging. Okay, so for those who are paying attention, good job. I believe you're already copying the terms. Just do it in short form or do in your own method. Okay. Anyone at 2.5? Very good. Okay, pass up. 3.2. 3.2 is excellent. 3.3. 3.5. Wow, good job. 3.5 long figure is even better. Okay. 2.4. Yes. Are you going again? The side, if the so the modulus itself, right? Change into positive and negative, right? Only switch. But negative went over to the other side, then you need to switch. Okay, because what I've seen you're working like for fx equals less than equals to a, right? This means that fx or negative fx. Because I'm just touching my left hand side. You understand? But if you're doing this, I think the next step is this one. Okay, okay. If not, okay, would practice set 1 and 2 be ready by tomorrow? Yes, sir. Alanis? Cannot. You had a race yesterday. Sunday. I heard one girl break the collarbone. Okay.